about 7 minutes ago, we finished watching Clash of Champions.
Yeah, it's not even Monday yet.
Yeah.
We usually review stuff, so. But it will be Monday when you watch this, because that's when it'll be uploaded.
Yeah. Wasn't 100% what I expected. But, on the other hand, I found myself fairly entertained through a majority of the show.
Yeah, there was a lot that could have gone wrong. And not to say that things couldn't have been better.
Yeah. But there were definitely a lot of things that could have been better, but I left this pay-per-view feeling a lot better than I did leaving Survivor Series.
Yeah, that's saying something. I think Clash of Champions has been the best thing that SmackDown has done since Survivor Series.
Yeah. The kickoff match, the Zack Ryder versus Mojo. I mean,
that's pretty much what I expected to happen. I didn't expect.
I expected Mojo to win.
I didn't expect a barn burner between the two.
No, I mean, you got Zack, who's a good hand.
Yeah.
You know, he's a good wrestler. You got Mojo, who, in my opinion, is still learning.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he's been around the block now for a while, but
he hasn't learned much going around the block.
He's still learning.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Mojo's one of those guys that definitely got pushed up to the main roster way too fast.
Yeah.
But it wasn't even that fast. It's just, Mojo's just not one of those guys that ever reached that point where we're like, yeah, we need that guy up on the main roster. We need him, Yeah. There was never a point where we felt like we needed Mojo. And we still don't necessarily need Mojo.
I think, along with the gimmick change, they need to change his name. For me, I just okay, I mean, there's going to be a contingency of people who will never not relate his name to Mojo Jojo from the Powerpuff Girls.
That's a given.
But just having the name Mojo, you sound like a comic book character. You don't sound like an intimidating wrestler.
Here's the problem. His new music is great. But other than his music, he's the same person. Yeah. He literally still has this, I gotta run to the ring, I gotta be really intense. No, you're a heel. You don't have to do that. You just be fast in the ring. That's fine. You're your running punch thing.
And just be Joseph Rawley. I'm just saying. Change the name to Joseph.
Or just Joe.
There's already a Joe.
That's on Raw.
Yeah.
And he's Samoan.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. We don't have a Joseph.
No, just be Mo.
Mo Rawley.
Mo Rawley.
Then he's going to be a Simpsons character. No, I'm just saying, if you call him Joseph Rawley, that sounds like a person with a completely different demeanor.
True. Unfortunately, Mojo doesn't have a completely different demeanor.
No.
We've spent way too much time talking about Mojo Rawley.
I was just saying, this is the first time in a long time where I feel like we're trying to, improve upon Mojo Rawley rather than just shitting all over it. Which is weird for us to do. Because
especially weird for you.
Because usually we're just Mojo, fuck him.
Because, at least I gave a damn about him when he was in NXT.
I thought he was just, until he did the hammer dance.
And then he lost me.
Yeah.
Luckily, he hasn't done the hammer dance, and for the love of God, if this gimmick change forces you to bring back the fucking hammer dance, you just need to quit right now and go and fail at football again.
Yeah, I don't know. He's changing, so I want to give him the benefit of the doubt that he could change into something better than he was.
Well, he did get a win over Zack Ryder, so maybe that's a step in the right direction.
The Froski forearm.
Yep, moving on. Open the main card with the triple threat match for the United States title.
What? The Dolph Ziggler match opened a pay-per-view?
I didn't consider this a Dolph Ziggler match going into it. I just felt like Dolph Ziggler was just kind of there. Because we needed to change things up.
100%, my opinion going into this match was Dolph Ziggler was there to be glue.
Yeah.
Because Dolph Ziggler was Baron Corbin's first main card feud.
Yep.
And Dolph Ziggler was Bobby Roode's first main card feud.
Yep.
So, that being said...
It's the only common ground
the whole idea
that Bobby Roode and Baron Corbin had
was if the and they tested out the chemistry between Bobby Roode and Baron Corbin on SmackDown.
Yeah.
But I think the whole reason Dolph was added was if their chemistry was shit, Dolph could work both guys.
Yeah.
Because he's worked good matches with both guys.
Yeah. Boy, were we wrong. Because he was added to the match because he's the new United States champion.
In a swervy swerve.
What the fuck happened there?
Baron Corbin was thoroughly in control of Bobby Roode at the end of the match. He had dismantled him on the inside and then the outside and back to the inside.
Yeah.
Was going for the end of days. And, Dolph saw this thing where he's like, the end of days, when Baron does it, he falls back. And so if I grab him in the zigzag on the way down...
It might work, and it did.
It did, yeah.
So...
He zigzagged Baron Corbin right out of end of days.
And Bobby Roode fell on his ass. So, I mean... What? Okay. Like, I'm not mad. The match was good. They had, all three of them had great moments together.
Yeah.
And I'm never going to be mad that Dolph Ziggler won a title. I'm just really surprised that Dolph Ziggler won a title.
And yeah, because we get to this point, and it's a reoccurring thing now, where it just seems like we feel like we get to this point where we've accepted that WWE has given up on Dolph Ziggler.
And then they fucking swerve us.
And then he wins it out.
He
usually out of the fucking
Because, he won the Intercontinental title for he won the number one contender spot for the WWE title to face AJ. Last time AJ was champion, we're like, what is happening right now?
Or he won the title for like a day and had dropped it back to the Miz.
Yeah. It's like, these weird moments where it's like, oh, they give a shit about Dolph. Oh, no, they don't. Never mind. But he might keep this one to the Rumble. Hey. So 6 weeks.
Who knows?
Holy shit.
Don't go that far.
So congratulations, Dolph.
Because backstage Corbin was like, I'm going to exact my revenge.
Corbin was
first
mad.
On this trash can.
Yeah, fuck this trash can. It looks like Dolph Ziggler.
And then Dolph Ziggler on SmackDown, probably.
Then we had the tag titles on the line. The Usos defending against the New Day, Benjamin and Gable, and Rusev Day. Do you want to make that the official tag team name?
Team Handsome.
You think Aiden English is handsome? He's alright.
He's enough to get him over into that aspect.
That's fair.
But Rusev's got enough handsome to carry both of us.
It's true.
He is handsome, Rusev.
And I mean, fuck it, they don't need to be handsome because they're over as fuck in Boston.
Yeah, for real.
Holy shit.
There were 13 days of Rusev Day.
Almost until they were
Gable and Benjamin
interrupted. They were interrupted
on the encore.
Yeah.
These guys were so over. The match was over.
This was tag team wrestling is alive and well on SmackDown.
Here's the thing. The tag team division is so strong, not necessarily in numbers, but in performance.
Yes.
That it needs a better place on the card.
It really does.
Because when you're putting it on first or second,
you're blowing your load.
For real. Because you really took the steam out of it after this match. Because you put, especially when you're taking matches between just the Usos and the New Day, or the Usos versus Benjamin and Gable.
Right.
Just those matches are really, really good.
Yeah.
And then you're going to add more of the teams that are really, really good in there, and it's just okay, and you're gonna overload everybody's mind with all these spots and all this action and all these near falls and all this just craziness, and you're gonna get everybody up to a fever pitch. And then if the next match comes out and doesn't at least
hit the
half as exciting,
you're
gonna be like, I wish it was the tag match again.
Yeah, and speaking of good tag teams, Aiden English and Rusev.
Hey,
what the fuck happened there? This is not a team.
No, they have tag team victories individually over the New Day and the Usos. So.
I get that, but to go into a pay-per-view and be able to keep up the way that they did,
well, I mean,
and have multiple near falls in a row.
I think I want to lend a little bit. Here's where I'm lending a little bit more credit to Aiden English, because he's a former NXT Tag Champion.
That's true. He does have that experience.
He has a lot of tag team.
Rusev is teamed with some people.
Hey, for half a second, Handsome Rusev and Hard Body Mahal.
That wasn't
were contenders on Raw.
Were they really contenders? Yeah. I don't remember that. That was when I really hated Jinder Mahal, so I push a lot of that shit out of my mind.
Yeah. That was also back when Heath Slater and Rhino were relevant. So.
Oh, they were way cooler. But yeah, no, fucking every team did fantastic in this, and like every team had their moments, but Chad Gable had the moment of moments in this match.
Yeah, you know, Chad Gable's got this whole all-American boy gimmick looking out, you know.
He's
an Olympic wrestler.
Yeah.
But from this, I would have imagined he was German.
Yeah, because all the German suplexes were happening to everyone, especially the people that were twice his size.
Yeah, Rusev, Big E, Aiden English, all took hella nasty German suplexes.
Yeah, like Aiden pretty much got dumped on the back of his head. It didn't end very much better for either Rusev or Big E.
It almost looked like Big E almost kneed himself in the face.
He was close to it. But the onslaught of German suplexes was eventually stopped by
a blind tag.
A blind tag, and then multiple super kicks from the Usos, which was then followed up by a Superfly Splash, allowing the Usos to retain the SmackDown Tag Team Championships.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, this might sound a little sadistic of me, but I kind of want just a show. It could be on like the network or like on Facebook Live, since they're apparently.
Yeah.
Pitching a lot of money into Facebook Live nowadays.
Yeah. It's going to be the thing.
I just want the roster, the whole roster of WWE, including NXT guys, including developmental guys, just to do 2 single file lines. And I want Brock and Chad to have a German suplex off to see who can get through the most suplexes before they run out of gas.
Okay, you're talking the entire roster.
Yeah.
Now, are you gonna split up the big guys evenly? Because if Chad in succession on his side has Harper, Rowan, Kane, Big E, he can do it. But if you're just giving Brock Braun, I feel like you need to make sure that shit's even.
Yeah, no, I
don't give that unfair advantage to the guy who doesn't fucking deserve it.
No, I think Brock would get the bigger half of the roster, while Chad would get the smaller half of the roster.
Everyone in between.
Yeah.
You give okay. All right.
You know, my
money's still on Chad.
Every 5th person in Brock's line is a cruiserweight. Well, every 5th person in Chad's line is Big E.
Okay. All right. I'll call that fair. That's fine. All right. So then we continue the chaotic nature of many people.
Maybe I just maybe I just really like German suplexes.
I think you do. Yeah, we keep the chaos, we keep the numbers, but we switch genders, where we have the ladies' lumberjack match, where the focus of this match was chaos.
And, man, it did nothing for me.
No.
This match, plus the aftermath of this match,
Yeah, I don't even understand.
I hope I understand to a degree. The whole shtick of almost the entire match is Natty throws Charlotte out of the ring because 6 out of the 7 Lumberjacks don't like Charlotte.
Yeah. Natty. I understand what they did here is they didn't make it they didn't make it look like the Welcoming Committee and the Riot Squad could coexist.
Yeah.
Eventually, it did break down, but for the most part, they were all Natty's friends.
Yeah. And, I mean, sure, but it got old fast for me.
Yeah.
Like, you're not... Like, the match itself, they're not doing anything super exciting.
And I think one of the things that really threw it off was the fact that the only person that Charlotte had out there in any way, shape, or form in her corner was Naomi.
Yeah.
And Naomi got a shot on Natty right at the start of the match.
Yeah.
Which, you know, Naomi was just in what she did because, you know, Natty was the reason that she got hurt a couple weeks ago on SmackDown. And so it was, you know, her getting her receipt on Natty. But the fact that the rest of the match, Naomi never did anything until everything broke down.
Yeah, Natty, she dove out onto everybody.
Natty took advantage, and Naomi was just completely irrelevant until she did her big springboard crossbody.
Yeah. Eventually, it does break down. Infighting begins.
Carmella tried to cash in.
Yeah, Ruby Riott for some reason.
Yeah, Ruby's like, "Fuck you, bitch."
But I think that was really just like Ruby was the first one that was in the almost conga line-esque, like each person get in the ring, slowly migrate to the other side and out the other side of the ring so Charlotte could do that moonsault.
Yeah.
And then Natty posted Charlotte on the outside because Natty was the only one who actually avoided the moonsault.
Yeah, she got the hell out of the dodge.
She posted Charlotte, put her in the ring, and it looked like she was about to win. And Charlotte countered the sharpshooter into the figure four,
which was cool. It was
a good counter.
It was a good like Charlotte kind of had this snap moment, like she goes, "Okay, I know what's happening," and then had that sweet transition into the figure eight, and it was good.
And Natty tapped out, and Charlotte wins.
And then Natty just got really upset.
Yeah, she cut a promo after the match saying that the women and the fans have turned on her.
Yeah, and so she's turning on them? Like, is Natty leaving? Like, I think this might be a smart idea because...
I mean, to a degree, it sounds like that's what she's saying.
Like, I almost expect...
But she's one of the names who's announced for Mixed Match Challenge.
Maybe she just doesn't show up?
So, yeah, I don't know. It's...
Give the spot to someone... Like... Yeah, it's weird. I'm not sure. I don't understand the direction this is going.
Where I came from at the beginning of this, talking about this match specifically, where I said I hope I understand where this is going.
Okay.
Is I hope this is just more of Natalya not able to put the blame on herself for losing.
Oh, okay.
Because I feel like they might explain this better on SmackDown, is the fact that, she's probably going to go to all 6 of the anti-Charlotte Lumberjacks at some point and blame them all for her losing.
Okay.
Sort of thing.
Interesting. I don't know. Yeah. Charlotte is still the women's champion. And there's a lot more ladies to challenge her. Carmella's still got her briefcase, so that's still an option out there. Now, don't be alarmed. This might be shocking to most of you, but the Bludgeon Brothers defeated Breezango.
What?
Yep.
Alright. Breezango did get about 900% more offense than anyone else has.
Yeah, because they got 2 kicks on Eric Rowan.
Because they actually got some offense, which is more than anyone else so far.
That's true. But Juan Francisco did scream, so
Juan Francisco de Coronado forever has the best Bludgeon Brothers moment. Nothing that happens after this, with the exception of if the Ascension challenged the Bludgeon Brothers on SmackDown,
the Bludgeon Brothers,
and if Connor does the same girly scream as Juan Francisco does,
I'll lose my shit.
That's the only way the Juan Francisco scream can be topped.
Juan Francisco is now the James Ellsworth to the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yeah, sure.
He had his moment. He's going to be the one to stand out after the Bludgeon Brothers have momentous moments from here on out.
He's going to start showing up as like a jobber on 205 Live.
Yep.
And every time like Cedric Alexander throws him up for the lumbar check, he's got to scream.
Yep. Alright, so then we continue the tag team trend because we had the Dueling Zebras match. Where if Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn lost, they would be fired from the WWE.
Yeah. So I mean,
this is the match where we thought, okay, things are going to get completely fucking ridiculous, and how bad are we gonna hate this pay-per-view when this match is over?
And I mean, it definitely was messy at first. It gained a little bit of semblance because Daniel Bryan came up with the idea that they would just literally cut the ring down the middle.
Well, and it worked. It worked with the segment that they had earlier because Shane immediately went, okay, I'm a referee, you're a referee, so I'll be on the inside, you'll be on the outside. And Danny goes, no, we're both going to be in at the same time. And he goes, okay, that's different. How's that going to work? And Daniel's like, well, maybe we should talk about it. And Shane's like, no, I've got other things I've got to do. Maybe we'll talk about it later. So they had never come up with a plan as to how two referees in the match was going to fucking work.
I, first off, want to say that they should have tagged it out. Like the other
That would have
wrestlers.
been great. That would have been fantastic. But that did not happen.
No.
But yeah.
Because Shane would never tag.
No.
Daniel could only get blind tagged.
Yeah. So they progressively decided throughout the match, like, this is how it's going to go. Because they had a couple moments where they both tried to count a pin at the same time. Both of them had differing ideas on getting people out of the corner.
Shane's ref slide was a hell of a lot quicker than Daniel Bryan's.
But
Daniel's a little out of practice.
But Shane's physicality was much more like, no, you're not allowed to do this. You know, rather than giving them the count, it was Shane says no.
But then I also realized that Daniel was a lot quicker to get back up. Shane took a long time getting up from the down positions.
Well, he did jump off a Hell in a Cell a couple months ago, so.
Like, he's done it like 3 times in the last 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the
and
fuck?
That takes a toll. Daniel Bryan hasn't fallen off Hell in a Cell. He's just been a dad. He became a dad.
Which is the emotional equivalent, falling off Hell in a Cell.
It's the newest thing that Daniel Bryan's got to deal with. But yeah, so eventually, like,
they split the ring down the middle.
This became very interesting because the motives on Shane's side became more and more apparent. And
and it became more relevant how they were willing to step on each other's toes.
Yeah.
In order to keep things in their sort of agenda.
Yeah.
Which, the Shane agenda was fire Sami and Kevin.
And
Daniel's
was
agenda is
be a referee. That's all Daniel wanted to do. He just wanted to be a referee.
So, eventually, after the line had been established, Shane is going for a pin that's very much on the line.
Yeah.
And Randy is pinning Kevin. No, Randy's pinning Sami.
Yeah.
And Kevin Owens slid in the ring and pushed Daniel, and he fell on.
Yeah, it kind of looked like he got in, like, tripped Daniel, because Daniel just fell backwards right on top of Shane.
Yeah, I think he slid in and, like, bulldogged.
Oh, okay.
Like, the way Cesaro breaks pins up.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just the camera wasn't quite there, so we just kind of
Which I think was on purpose.
We just kind of saw Daniel go, meow, fall on Shane. And Shane takes total offense to that, like, what are you doing? That was 3. I was going to end it. And Daniel's
you can see immediately that Daniel's first reaction, before Shane even noticed what happened, like, Daniel was like, oh my god, I just did that on accident.
Yeah. And so you know, Daniel's like, hey, I didn't do it on purpose, and there's just all kinds of things happening, and like you know, Orton is
Orton hits another RKO.
Yeah, Kevin gets up, he takes out Kevin,
and he goes for a pin on Daniel's side.
Well, no, because that's when Sami tried to pin Orton.
Oh yeah.
Sammy takes advantage of the fact that Orton is distracted from RKOing Kevin Owens, rolls him up on Daniel's side, and Shane slides in 1, 2,
and stops.
And then the whole crowd goes, "What the fuck?" Like everyone kind of had that moment, like, "Oh yeah, Shane's just trying to fuck Kevin and Sammy right now."
Yeah.
Like that.
If it wasn't apparent.
Like, that was the moment that people realized. And Daniel's even like, "What are you doing?"
Because he's literally directly in front of Daniel.
Yeah. And so, like, him and Daniel start getting into a little shoving match, and the crowd's starting to lose their shit because Daniel Bryan's getting physical with somebody.
Yeah. And Shane eventually is like, "Well, what do you want me to do?" And Daniel's like, "Why don't you just take off? You're a disgrace." And Shane kind of, like, meanders over to a corner with, like, a pissed off look on his face. And
then Orton tries to go for another RKO, and Sammy goes, "Nope!" And then rolls him up, and then Daniel's just like, well, like, this shouldn't feel like justification, but I feel like it was.
Oh, absolutely.
So Daniel just straight up 1, 2, 3, and Shane tries to fucking dive on Daniel Bryan to stop this pin, and he quick counts and gives the win to Kevin and Sammy. And it's just...
Or Cammy.
Cammy.
Ship it, yeah.
Or 7.
We ship it.
It was just, like, it became very apparent that there was a screw job afoot. And it was kind of fun.
Too bad there weren't 2 referees in Montreal.
I still think it's hilarious that a McMahon was trying to screw over Canadians.
Yeah.
Yeah, so needless to say, this match did not go the way Shane wanted it. No. And now Shane and Daniel have some shit to talk about.
Yeah. The downside here is, story-wise, Daniel is under Shane.
Yes.
So, I mean, literally, effectively, Shane could just immediately fire Daniel Bryan.
Yes.
Will that happen? Probably not.
No.
Could it happen? Yes.
Absolutely.
Byron, on his high horse.
Boy. Fuck Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan is a disgrace. Daniel Bryan ruined everything. That was a fast count. Jesus. Byron, calm your shit.
Byron is on the Booker T line at this point.
Yeah.
Where, like, Booker T will be like, "Yeah, Jason Jordan, he's a great kid. He's got a lot of athletic ability. He's got a big future."
Jason Jordan?
Where he's just like, "Oh my God, yeah, I don't condone the way Shane McMahon behaved, but fuck Daniel Bryan! He did something way worse!"
And like Tom and Corey are like, "Byron, what the fuck is wrong with you?" It's this whole situation has fucking SmackDown torn apart. This one storyline is ruining SmackDown's cohesion. They were so good heading into Survivor Series, and this has just fucked everything up. So yeah, that ended up being a lot more entertaining than we expected. We expected it to be just as confusing as Triple H turning on Kurt Angle.
And here's what's gonna happen.
Okay.
Shane is still gonna end up being the heel out of all of this.
Oh, definitely. I don't. They're trying to. They're trying too hard to make Daniel Bryan the heel. He is obviously the babyface.
Yeah, but no. I mean, here's the thing. Shane is pushing all of this for a reason. Like, for a reason that he sees as justifiable.
Right.
Because yeah, they did turn on SmackDown.
Yeah, absolutely.
They are potentially the reasons why
SmackDown lost.
SmackDown lost in Survivor Series. I'm not going to say 100% because it still was Shane McMahon left with Triple H and Kurt Angle at the same time by himself.
And Braun Strowman did eliminate 2 people back to back, so Raw definitely had.
There was a huge advantage.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if Shane, like, I mean, I know, like, all 3 of them are getting up there, age-wise, but I don't think Shane could take Kurt and Triple H.
Yeah.
If it was a fight.
Especially with Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
He probably couldn't take Braun Strowman by himself.
No. Braun was just kind of like, at that point, he was just kind of like a bystander.
Yeah, Braun was just there.
But
Braun was Kane.
Yeah. Weird.
Sorry, Braun, don't kill me.
But yeah, no, this is just...
It's interesting.
Yeah. So, Shane feels like he's the good guy.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going so far that he's pushing himself over the line.
Yeah, he's trying to eliminate the threat, but he's ruining himself while trying to eliminate said threat.
Yeah. Which is weird, because I have a feeling now what this is going to end up doing is this is going to end up unintentionally turning Sami and Kevin the crowd favorites.
People are already behind the Yep move.
The thing is, they're already popular guys. They're great wrestlers, and you know they can work any gimmick.
Nobody hates Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn.
But this is going to somehow now, because I think what they wanted is they want to be able to turn Shane heel, but also keep Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn as bad guys.
Right.
Unfortunately, I don't think that is a possible mathematical equation.
No.
Unless Shane would have kicked Randy Orton in the balls and joined Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I feel like
he can't oppose them, turn bad, and not have them get the crowd behind them.
I feel like what they need to do is on SmackDown they need to have Randy and or Shinsuke be like, hey,
Randy.
Shinsuke needs to be there.
Yeah,
They need to make it apparent that they weren't privy to Shane's intentions in the match.
Yeah.
Because if you do that, you're going to turn Shinsuke, well, probably not Shinsuke, but you're definitely going to turn Orton heel.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep them as removed from Shane's intentions as possible.
Yeah.
And then just deal with Shane being a heel, trying to eliminate Kevin and Sami. However he plans on doing that. It's not going to be with Triple H anymore.
Hell in a Cell. Again.
At the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, the whole Royal Rumble in a cell.
No, there's way too many people that can climb that cell. Don't do that shit. That's not okay.
That's how you win. You throw everybody off the top of the cell.
I don't like this. This is bad.
You don't even get in the ring anymore.
This is stupid. Let's move on. I wish this that should have been the main event. I feel especially based on the way we talked on predictions. I know you weren't there, but
no, I mean going into the pay-per-view, this felt like that was going to be the main event.
But the main event was
the title match.
It was AJ Styles defending the WWE Championship against Jinder Mahal. AJ made Jinder look like $1 million again.
Here's the thing. I mean, Jinder gets better.
Yeah. Especially when you put him against someone like AJ Styles.
If he's working with somebody who can help him tell a story in the match, then he's going to be good to go.
And the good thing here is AJ can sell his ass off.
Yeah.
And so you just let Jinder play the power game, and he's going to look like a fucking monster because AJ's going to make him look like a fucking monster.
Yeah. So, I mean, spoiler alert, AJ wins.
What?
AJ retains.
Jinder is not a two-time WWE champion. Oh, I knew it.
Yeah, I mean, there's the whole thing, is had this match happened prior to them doing the India tour, I would have thought Jinder could have had a chance of winning.
It's true. There were
because essentially the whole idea behind having him as champion was they wanted to keep him champion until the India tour.
Yeah. And try to raise the stock over in India.
Yeah. Didn't work. After a couple pay-per-views, well, the network subscription rate in India went down.
I wonder if it went up now that AJ's champion.
Probably. No, I just, unfortunately, I'm not going to get started on this. This will make the video 20 minutes long.
We've
already gone long enough.
Yeah.
AJ wins. Good story. Working over the ribs the whole match. And then they flip it back around to the fact that AJ used the calf crusher, which he spent the very beginning of the match, the first 3 minutes where he had all his offense, was all against Jinder's leg.
Yeah. And there was good heel moments for Jinder, like Jinder trying to hit the Styles Clash, and just just being a shithead.
Yeah.
Like good moments for Jinder.
Or
just
dropping
being a
him
shithead.
unceremoniously on the announce table, or
fucking
throwing him into the barricade that has no padding on it.
Fuck, man. And then of course the Sting's getting involved. So that is.
Which, to a degree, was like the least amount of involvement they've had in a long time.
Yeah, no, it was like they pulled Jinder out of the ring.
They didn't even pull him out of the ring. Like they
pulled him out from under AJ.
They grabbed his feet and then they started tug of warring Jinder with AJ.
And then AJ just got out and beat the shit out of both of them.
Yeah.
So good heel moments to keep Jinder. I mean, you're not gonna turn Jinder babyface by any means, but like. Really show that he just doesn't give a fuck. He's just trying to get the title back. And you gave him a fair rematch. He lost. And so now AJ gets to face somebody else.
Yeah, we move on to the Rumble. And so we're going to spend the next few weeks building up AJ.
Yeah, 6 weeks.
Yeah.
6 weeks to the Rumble. That's a long fucking time.
Well, I mean, we got to have like the actual fallout with Braun, Kane, and Brock.
Right. To
get all that stuff. That's neither here nor there. And it's going to take a while to decide who's going to face AJ Styles next.
That's true.
Because like you just said, he's going to move on to somebody else.
Yep. Absolutely. But yeah, we went on a little longer than we should have, but, you know, there was some stuff to talk about. So, thanks for watching our Clash of Champions review.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Click the links!
Click them all. I know we're on a hiatus and we're not getting nearly as many videos out as we usually do. Like, not 5 a week, 4 a week, anything
We've
like
done
that.
like 2.
Thanks for sticking around if you have.
Yeah.
If not, I was going to say something mean, but you're not, so you don't even hear the message. So.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So thanks to you people that are still watching the videos. Thanks to you that are still
you over there on the side of the screen.
Liking stuff on the Facebook page.
Thanks, cat under the table.
You know, following us on Twitter. All that stuff.
Brawling buddies.
So yeah,
they're always here for us.
Always. Reasonable Wrestling fans, we're gonna have another unboxing here in about a week or so.
Yeah.
And a new update for.
I'm bringing you a Christmas present.
What?
Yeah.
Are we gonna exchange Christmas presents when we unbox?
On Reasonable Wrestling fans, maybe. A triple unboxing.
Let's do it.
All right.
A special Christmas unboxing on Reasonable Wrestling fans.
Last year was a Christmas? Didn't we call it the Christmas miracle?
Yeah, because we got a random crate that I don't feel like I actually paid for.
Yeah.
But it was cool. So
we want to replicate that feeling.
There you go. So look forward to that. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at whatever video we do next.
Could be a minute.
I'm sure what we're gonna do next.
Go over to the other channel.
Yeah.
Wait over there.
You might wait for a little bit over there.
Bye.